Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Thursday the 17th of January. So we start with the euro dollar as ever, and it's a bit like Groundhog Day in a sense in terms of it's back into its range. It's a bit choppy, its ranges are getting a bit smaller. It's not the easiest one to trade at the moment for much of the time. It's doing some of what it's doing. I was hoping it was going to pull up more yesterday to sell into. It never got back to anything really significant, and it rolled over, but never rolled over very far. It didn't even get back to its pivot yesterday. Caught the pivot today, caught the S1 today. It's looking very much of, look, doji, no man's land. But the one thing is, it is trending downwards, but well, as I said, it is back in range, and it could be finding some support at some point. Now, is this going to be it? Now, it's already tested this 51 two times. It's through it this morning. Maybe it'll roll over and pull back towards the monthly S1, but we'll see. Nothing is clear with it, so that's how I sit with it at the moment. Well, the only thing is, it's got the potential further downside in terms of the trend, but consolidated, tight, unclear. Okay. The pound, well, yesterday put in an inside day, the previous day spiking all over the place with the vote going through there. Vote of no confidence in the government didn't come to anything as expected by just about every paper out there, well publicised fact, and left the pound just yesterday chopping along in a very tight range, which means at some point it's going to fire out of it. But I must admit, at one stage I was thinking, where it's tapping along at the top there, it's going to go, but it just didn't have the legs to do so. And this morning, at the moment, as I look at it, I'm thinking, is it going to just roll back towards the S1? But there again, there seems to be buying support coming in all the time around that 28.45 sort of area. So we'll have to wait and see. It's not particularly clear. You can barely make a lower high in what's been happening here. It could just as easy turn around from this 50s first test of it for a little while, maybe push up, but not, again, unclear. Dollar yen, well, it started edging upwards towards the daily 21 yesterday. It then ran into its 4-hourly 100. Just got to move this out a little bit so we can see what's happening. A little bit of that fat finger spike, as it's been referred to by some. It's really, all it's shown us is higher lows and, well, potential for further upside. I guess support wise, well, we've hit the daily pivot here, maybe back into that 50. It has been tested before, which makes it, well, you'd need to sit and wait if it finds support into that as a buy point. But it has got the higher lows through there, higher highs, looks possible at the moment. Now this is why I'm going to switch across to euro yen. It's a side combination across to see if we've got something setting that way. Now that's already gone through the daily. Now you see yesterday it got into a bit of a range, but I say a range, it just worked its way gradually upward. Went up, eventually caught its daily pivot and pushed up. It's looking like it's going to give a bit more movement maybe, but again, it's not. I mean, the way it's chopping through here, just come back through the time scales, and you can see it's a bit range bound at the moment as well. So I just thought I'd throw that one in there, this cross pair, which we do traded in our trading rooms first time for a long time 2 days ago, but was thinking it might set something up, but it's not clear at the moment for me for that. So it's not made anything clearer there either. Aussie dollar, it's fading back south again and heading south again. It's really yeah, just trickling back down here. Maybe got further downside in it, but it has got the daily pivot above, which could see it move round back for that at some point, but it probably I'd need to see something boost right the way through. It does look, as I was looking earlier in the week, that maybe we could be pushing in towards the 200 on the dailies there at some point, but it's broken the sort of near term. It's put a lower high in. It's looking a bit bitty, but this monthly pivot is a pivotal area, fun enough, and if it can bounce from here, well, maybe it's got some upside potential. But see, this daily pivot could be on its way, but it's been choppy, as you can see on the daily from the hourly point of view here. So, and as I say, another one that's not particularly clear, which leads me to the Canadian dollar, US dollar, Canadian dollar. This is trying to edge its way back up a little bit. It's finally got back to its daily 8 there. Now it's on its way. It's been sort of trying to put higher lows in, but you just look at this chart here, and it's pretty choppy, and it could just fail at this point again. It's already sort of seeing a bit of a pullback, and you look at it on an hourly, and you think, not for me. So there we are. It might just range bound trade again, and it may just start selling off. I'd wait for some confirmation if I was looking for that, and it would be trading it back towards its lows. But all in all, the markets aren't particularly decisive at the moment. There's a lack of decision from my point of view, for sure. This is bear flag territory on the bigger picture on this Canadian dollar, but they're not clear. So on that basis, it makes me sit on my hands a little bit longer until I see something. So that's it for today. News wise, we've got the G20 meetings starting in Tokyo. That's going to be late this afternoon because of the time differences. So I don't expect that to affect too much unless anyone on their way over starts talking. But yeah, quite a quiet day with a possible snow. That's it for me. Have a great day. Bye for now.